Let's get straight to it. Andrew, your takeaway from October budget 2022-23.
It is a power of pain for families in this budget, Kieran. Predictions of electricity prices to rise by 50% and gas prices to rise by 40%, and no relief in sight from Treasurer Jim Chalmers to those ailments.
Laura Jays, your view?
Well, it's safe, but perhaps too safe because of what Andrew said. In the face of the biggest energy bills we've ever had, Jim Chalmers has resisted cash handouts. Now, he's trying to change Labor's reputation, essentially. He believes in the markets. He's trying to shirk this high-spending, high-taxing reputation. But in the process, he might upset some traditional voters, but he's learnt from the Liz Truss experience, I would say. He's arrived, really, as a new face of Conservative Labor. Maybe a bit of a mini-budget this time around, but I think future budgets are going to be a bit different.
Yeah, I think that's right, Laura. And Ross Greenwood, your analysis as we sit back this evening, having heard Treasurer Chalmers, his first budget.
Well, he says there is no recession coming for Australia, but it's going to be a very close-run thing. And within 2 years, there's going to be around 140,000 additional Australians out of work as the unemployment rises. So the pain that Andrew talks about is real. It's going to hit families. Their savings are going to run down. The interest rates are going to rise. And really, this is going to sap some of the confidence in Australia. And the question is whether Jim Chalmers is strong enough not to have the confidence in him sapped at the same time.
Ross, thank you. Let's go through the key numbers to kick off tonight. First, the budget bottom line, smaller deficits this financial year and next. And then that's, of course, compared to what the Coalition forecast. And while Labor's deficits are higher at the end of the forward estimates, overall the cash balance in the next 4 years is $43 billion better off. The better budget bottom line means the government won't need to borrow as much over the forward estimates. Net debt is not expected to surpass $700 billion until 2024. That's 2 years later than Treasury estimated in March. While the budget bottom line is in better shape, the economy itself isn't. Economic growth slashed a full percentage point next year to just 1.5%. The government optimistic the impact of inflation on households will reduce from 5.75% this year to 3.5% next. But the warnings about soaring power prices will be a cause for alarm for many households. Andrew Clennell has the details on that shortly. And perhaps ambitiously, wages forecast to grow above inflation from July 1st next year, an average 3.75% boost to pay packets. But less Australians will be in work to receive the benefit of that wages boost. Unemployment in 23-24 revised upwards to 4.5%, which will drive further costs to the government through job seeker payments. The other challenge for the nation remains the cost blowouts in these areas. In March, the forecast cost of the NDIS in 4 years was $46 billion. 6 months on, it's nearly $52 billion. The cost of repaying our debt in 2025, $6 billion higher. Also higher costs projected in health and aged care. The government has a structural deficit. Does it have that fiscal fix?